Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the KCSU studio. Yeah. This is the Richard Smith Show, where we bring the funk back to Kansas City. Starring on the show tonight is the smooth operator, Jamaal Charles. That's one bad man. Yeah. It's time to get down on the funk in Funk City. Here we go, Kansas City. Catch you on the flip side. Yeah. How are we doing, Chiefs Kingdom? It is Wednesday, May 1st at 8:04 a.m. And we have welcomed the smooth operator, Jamaal Charles, back to Kansas City on a one-day deal, so he can retire a Kansas City Chief. Excuse me. Hello, everyone, from the KCSU studios. This is the Richard Smith Show, where we talk about all things Kansas City Chiefs. Brought to you by Arrowhead Update. Check me out on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Player FM, YouTube, and all third-party applications. What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? What did you think of that introduction? I felt like that was a great way to bring back the smooth operator, Jamaal Charles, to Kansas City, so the man can retire right where he should, in Chiefs Kingdom with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'll tell you what, Jamaal Charles is a special man. If you do not know, and I hope you do by now, most of us know here in Chiefs Kingdom, Jamaal Charles is the face of Special Olympics. He's gone through many trials and tribulations in his life with learning disabilities and setbacks, and he has overcome each and every one of those obstacles and deserves to be the face of the Special Olympics. He's a great person with great character, a great football player. Above all of that, he was a role model. He was great for Kansas City. The things he did for this city are unmatched. The joy that he brought Chiefs Kingdom, gosh, is second to none. There's only a couple running backs in Chiefs history that I can even put on Jamaal Charles' platform. You will forever be a Chief. And at some point, I hope you get enshrined into the Chiefs' Ring of Honor. I look for that to happen. Absolutely look for that to happen. He deserves it. He's a class act. Jamaal, we wish you the best. Thank you for all the memories here at Chiefs Kingdom. It had been a great ride. Speaking of those memories, let's go back to a little bit of statistics here on my man Jamaal Charles. Over his 9-year career with the Kansas City Chiefs, he rushed for 1,332 times for 7,260 yards and 43 touchdowns. He was a beast on and off the field. In his career, total yards, all-purpose yards, 10,156 yards, 64 touchdowns. Those numbers are staggering. But the one number that's going to get him into the Hall of Fame is his yards per carry. And his yards per carry for his career is 5.4 yards per carry. The most in NFL history. No one's ever done it better per carry than Jamaal Charles. In between the numbers, in between the hashes, in between the tackles, outside the linebackers and to the secondary, and off to the end zone. That was a bad man. That was our home run man. You will forever be remembered as one of the greatest to ever step on the football field in Kansas City. We appreciate everything you've done for us. I'm going to take a step back to the collegiate level, where Jamaal Charles ran for over 3,000 yards in 3 seasons, 36 touchdowns. Everywhere he's gone, he's been a dynamic, explosive player. Man, we're happy to have you back in Kansas City. Jamaal, I think the only regret about bringing you back to Kansas City is you can't carry the load in the backfield for the Kansas City Chiefs this upcoming season. Buddy, it's time for you to rest. Hang those cleats up. Enjoy yourself. You deserve it, kid. You're truly one of the best to ever step on the field for the Kansas City Chiefs. I honestly can only think of one comparison that could really compete with the Jamaal Charles scenario. That was a bad man by the name of Priest Holmes. Now, their numbers are staggering because they are so much alike. So much alike in every single way, except for the fact that Priest Holmes had about 40 more rushing touchdowns. But Jamaal Charles counteracted that with his receiving touchdowns. But let's talk a little bit about Priest Holmes, Priest Holmes had 8,172 yards in his career rushing. He had 11,134 all-purpose yards. 94 touchdowns. 94 all-purpose touchdowns. Rushing touchdowns with the Kansas City Chiefs. Jamaal Charles had 76. In 2002, I believe, Priest Holmes rushed for 21 touchdowns. In 2003, Priest Holmes rushed for a record-setting 27 touchdowns, which was broken the very next year by some schmuck named Sean Alexander. I mean, we'll talk about that guy. So, with that being said, the obstacles that even Priest Holmes went through, Jamaal Charles and Priest Holmes both went through obstacles. Priest Holmes was never a starter ever in his career, high school, college, or NFL, until he hit Kansas City. Luckily, Jamaal took a better route, an easier route, came to the Chiefs, and made an immediate impact. Both players from the University of Texas. Now the question is Jamaal Charles a Hall of Fame running back? Let's take ourselves outside of Chiefs Kingdom. Let's put ourselves at a NFL fan standpoint, a fan of all 32 teams. Would you vote Jamaal Charles into the Hall of Fame? I absolutely would. One stat rings above all of them. 5.4 yards per carry for his career. That is outstanding, amazing numbers. Jamaal, we thank you for your time here, buddy. This is shout out to you. Welcome back to Kansas City, kid. Will you lace up for one more day and forever be a Kansas City Chief? This is Richard Smith, The Richard Smith Show, from the KCSU studios. Brought to you by Arrowhead Update. Check us out on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Player FM, YouTube, and all third-party applications. Have a great day, Kansas City.